Welcome back, beautiful souls. Today, we're diving even deeper into the empath narcissistic dynamic. If you've ever felt drained, manipulated, or even gaslit in spiritual communities, in spiritual circles, in your workspaces, your friendships, this episode is for you. Our focus today is not just awareness, but empowerment, how to protect your energy and transmute pain into strength. In this powerful follow up to our first episode, we are even going to go even deeper into the energetic dynamics between the empath and the narcissist. We're going to discover how to ground and protect our energy field. We're going to recognize subtle manipulation and spiritual gaslighting. We're going to transmute the pain into empowerment. We're going to strengthen our intuition and our magnetic boundaries. Those are the most utmost importance. Don't you think, Todd? And welcome, Todd.
Thank you.
Welcome. How are you doing on this Saturday night?
You know what? It was a very good day, and it's a very, very good night to be back here with you guys. Or daytime, depends when you see this, I suppose. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. And exactly, Raven. So many empaths think I just need to love harder, or I must forgive them, or, it's that spiritual bypassing. You're skipping the real work, which grounding, setting boundaries, and actually seeing the manipulation for what it is. People, narcissists, what do? They convince you it's all you. So if you're not grounded and they're doing all that spiritual bypassing, and here you are, you're stuck with the same circle or loop.
Right? And when we talk about spiritual egotism, right? It's that sense of I'm too spiritual to be affected. I'm just using that in quotation and just putting that in there. But it's a subtle, but it allows a narcissist to what? To slip in and to drain us tremendously. And so we're going to break that cycle today. We're literally going to have a grounding exercise, and I am literally going to light a candle. We're going to take a deep breath. We're just going to breathe, come back to our center and ground a little bit, right? And call in our ancestors. Here I am blowing it out. Thinking, it's because I just did incense. I got incense going too as well. But okay, literally. So let's take a grounding breath, right? And let's sit comfortably. Feel your feet on the floor and imagine your roots extending from your feet deep into the earth. With every breath, feel the energy flowing up, cleansing and anchoring you down. And as you ground, visualize a protective bubble around your energy field. Nothing negative can penetrate it. This is your magnetic boundary, your personal energy shield.
That's right. Put your feet on the ground, ground out. Just feel it. Let the negative just roll off of you. You have your boundaries, and just protect it with that bubble. Just put it all around you, and just feel at ease and feel at peace, and breathe. I like to hold my hands upward and just release all the negative into the universe. Let it take it all away.
Exactly.
You can literally feel the energy.
Right? And remember, my loves, our intuition, it's our best tool. If something does feel off, we're going to know. We literally are. Our nervous system will literally let us know. Our stomach will let us know, and things like that. You will feel like I need to leave this space. I need to leave this environment. You will have your radar. We're literally warning, it's time to exit. Right? So literally trust that. You know why? Because you're going to honor that. If you feel something that is off, it probably is. Honor that feeling and act on it immediately before even manipulation even takes root. Right, Todd? For instance, Todd, like when like when you're out and about, or not just that, in times of your life, and there's been many, right, experiences and things with people and such. When was a time that really, really stood out to you when somebody was gaslighting you or manipulating you, lying to you, or making you feel that it's just projecting their trauma out on you, right? What stands out to you in that moment?
Well, Raven, I've taken some notes. I was thinking today, and I've taken some notes. So let's one of my life experiences was a female narcissist, and it was spiritual bypassing for the most part. But so she would always be the higher person, be better than me, right? So top on the totem pole. She can do no wrong. Pull the Christian card out. I'm a good Christian girl, all that. She always pulled that card. I'm the negative one. Always it's you're the negative one. Very selective hearing and memory. So if I was to say something, well, that's not what you said, I don't remember that. Didn't happen. And I'll be honest, taking the energy from them, one thing I did do, and I didn't leave this on my notes, but just remembered. I remembered one day I had my phone in my pocket, and I put the MP3 recorder on, and I actually recorded her saying all this crap. And I waited 2 days and went, "You didn't? Boop, there it is." Took that energy away real quick. Didn't like that. That was, I'm a prick, to say the least. But yeah, so just, when you start pulling back and you pull your energy away, then what happens? And they start they'll still first, most of the time, like a female narcissist will act like, well, it can't get past this. And then all of a sudden, when they realize you're really out the door or out of the friendship or whatever, then love bombing starts. Because they do know what your value is, but they'll never tell you. So, like, for instance, I pulled away, and then all of a sudden, homemade dinner out of the blue. I didn't live with this person, but having a homemade dinner tonight, why don't you come over? You're so good to everyone. You're amazing, man. All to make me drop my guard, and every time it happens, you start getting more smarter and more numb to it. But it's to drop your guard, and then after that, spin it around and back to mental abuse. It's a circle. So that's my experience that I've seen several times in my life. Thank God now that I learned, I can just red flag that right away and step off. But that's something that's pretty much it, And I do have, I looked up some stuff today I'd like to share that we haven't really spoke about. But it's on my phone right here, so guys. So how do you know if a narcissist is love bombing? 9 signs a narcissist is love bombing, showering you with excessive gifts. Number 2, getting upset with boundaries. And I think most of us have seen that one. Giving overwhelming compliments. You look really nice, when any other time they're like, yeah, whatever. Expecting and demanding attention. Excessive public display of affection. The soulmate card. You can't leave. You can't leave. You're my soulmate. One-sided constant communication. Goes back to what I said, selective hearing. They don't hear anything you got to say. And causing you to feel unbalanced.
Right.
You off your balance. And I got here, and I'm not read the rest of it because it's excessive. But what we have to know is we have to be able to recognize this, because people, love bombing actually doesn't have to be a bad thing. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay. Love bombing doesn't have to be a bad thing. Love bombing isn't really a bad thing. The narcissist took that and twisted it, because we all, you get somebody you really care about, and you're doing a nice thing that nowadays that's considered love bombing. But you're not. You're just being sweet and you're just loving your person. So you have to be wise and know the difference, because what I might do to show affection, like bring you flowers, the narcissist will do the same thing.
Right.
But you need to know the difference. Is this one a narcissist too? You got to really learn. You got to figure it out. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got on my mind at the moment. If I think of something, I'll definitely jump back in.
Right. Right, Todd, but it also too, it's also about honoring that feeling and acting on it, right? Before the
Hmm.
manipulation even starts. And when you even felt that and knowing that, how did you remove yourself from the situation? And what did you do to ground yourself out, to shield, you know, and
Hmm.
also too, like I said, to remove yourself from the situation?
Literally, when didn't really know what any of it was, what do you
Hmm.
do? Because you don't even know what the heck's going on. You're thinking, why is this person being so mean to me? And if you don't know what's going on, the cycle's not going to happen as fast, but it's still going to happen, because when you're just basically mentally in the fetal position because you're beat down, for some reason, most of the time they will go back to the love bombing, because you go numb and they get no satisfaction out of that either. But what I do now is, if you want me to be blunt, bye, bitch. I'm not hanging around.
Exactly that part, and it's all about, hey, this is real and raw, and it's very unfiltered. So exactly,
Right.
like hit the road, right? Hit the
Yeah.
road, gotta go. I'm not tolerating this no more. Hello there, love. It's so good to see you
Hello.
too, beautiful. Hello. Welcome, beautiful. It's so good to see you. But yes,
And here's
there's so many times. Go ahead, Todd. What was you going to
something
say?
too. It just like got a download. Okay, I'm going to
Yeah,
say this. People might not admit to it. People might not agree with me, but is ghosting narcissistic act? It's a very cowardly act, isn't it? And
absolutely.
like, I see this all the time. Uh, why, if you don't want to be around someone, just say, at least give them the courtesy to say, hey, look, I just don't feel it, or I'm not feeling this. Ain't going to work. Whatever. Ghosting is a cowardly act. And some of these narcissists feel it empowering to do that, to hurt people. And what, 30 days, 60 days later, boom, you all of a sudden you get a text. Let's get together for coffee. Like nothing ever happened. So I just wanted to say that. So any of you people
I,
out there that ghost people, you're a narcissist.
right. I totally agree. 1010%. I literally do. I think it's just such a cowardly way, right? It's just a cowardly way. And it's another form of manipulation, quite honestly. I really
Right.
think it is. I just think it's another form of manipulation. And for me, I've had so many experiences with narcissism, just even with my own biological family, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of my on my mother's side and things, like my aunts, I had such female narcissistic, hypocritical, um just so low vibrational, very toxic, right? And it was like a lot of sibling rivalry. And I know that happens in all families.
Sure.
I know that's normal and things like that, but not to the extreme where it's just such manipulation where it's physical, where they're physically putting hands on each other and things
Mm-hmm.
like that, right? And it's like,
Right.
wow. And for me, witnessing that as a child, knowing that what in the world, um, I need to break those cycles too, right? So, yes, as me being that empath, I was very much absorbing so much of that narcissistic ways, right? And when
Right.
you would
Right.
bring up, hey, you're not speaking your truth, or you're not speaking the truth, or any of those things, right? They would project that and say, I don't know what you're talking about. That's
Right.
bypassing. I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. I didn't do
Yeah.
that. Things
Right.
like that. Just totally
Yeah.
avoiding it and not owning it. Okay. Things like that. Right. And also, too, when it is, especially your closest ones that you love them so much. So you have that emotional tie with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Right.
know narcissists, they do know that they can manipulate you. And the more that you are a welcome doormat to all of those things, the more they're going to just go for it more and more and more, where they literally, that is verbally abuse, that is mentally abuse. spiritually abuse and emotional. Like it's so many things. It could even go into financial and domestic, it turns into domestic violence and things like that, which me and Todd are very much passionate about, and going to very waken that up. And we're going to be talking about more of that because we got a surprise at the end of this podcast too, as well. And we'll announce that too as we close this out. But go ahead, Todd.
Do you all know what mental abuse is? You get me started on that mental abuse.
Right.
I know a lot about that. Simple things, little things. I grew up with being mentally abused by a stepfather. And I believed for most of my life that whatever I did, I sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I was 32 years old to find out that I didn't suck. That's how long it took to recover from that. And I can't get any of that time back. But right now, my opinion is I'm a badass and I can do all kind of shit. So you can get out of it. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm pretty fucking good at what I do. Excuse my French. Don't let that shit ruin your life. And the reason I'm going down that mental road, that little road here, is because I hear people jokingly mentally abusing their friends and their wives and their husbands because they're not joking. They're saying it's a joke. They're not joking. You going to wear that today?
Right.
Are you going to wear that today? That could be innocent. Like, hey, sweetheart. Yeah, let's put something else on. We need to buy you some clothes. That if you're being genuine, that's wore out. Come on, you deserve better than that. But are you going to wear that today? Because you look fat. Right.
Right.
You know damage that does to a person, man or woman.
That part, Todd.
Right.
Yes.
It's the little things that hurt people, and they don't forget it.
No.
They don't forget it. Yeah. Can you choose your words? I've heard this before. Choose your words differently because you sound like a moron. Tell that to a little kid long enough to find out how long it takes him before he realizes he's stupid. He's not stupid. You just convinced him that he is. I'm passionate about that mental abuse. Big time. Yeah.
I'm very passionate about it too. Yes, very much so. Because it really can damage so much trauma, right? In so many years that psychologically, it literally does. Like it has layers and layers where psychologically you go back and play those voices in your subconscious, right? And you're like, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm this, I'm that. Because literally, like I said, especially close relatives, and even if you live underneath the same roof with them, right? It's okay for that instance. It's so hard. How would they, get a break from that? And even having them strong boundaries, you can put them boundaries up so much, right? And it's like, especially close family members, they think they can just override those boundaries, and those boundaries don't even apply to them. And that is unfortunate, because that's where you really got to stand up and really enforce them boundaries. Either you do not cross these boundaries. This is where my boundaries lie. If you cross these boundaries, then I'm going to have to remove this relationship from my life at this time.
Right. And if you don't mind, if you don't mind, I'll be vulnerable. Guys, none of this is planned. I'm going to be vulnerable. You don't want to know what mental abuse does to a child? Let's see. My stepfather told me that I sucked, that I was ugly, that I was fat. Okay. All my childhood. He was a great stepfather, by the way. Not. But yeah, so I believe that. So I go on to my adult life. I'm worthless. I'm ugly. No talent. So what happens to people like that? When you go off into life and you think you just got to settle because no one's going to want you. If you find somebody that wants you and they're not good for you, you're still going to be like, okay, you got nothing else anyway. I can't do no better. Well, my kid's mother was that one. I thought I couldn't do no better and I settled, and it was a bad decision. I just went from being abused as a child to being abused as an adult. That Break the Chains. I have a song. I don't think it's that great, by the way, but I got a song called Break the Chains. It's about this story. It's about breaking that chain. So, if you think if you go into life thinking you're useless how are you going to find the one you really should be with? How are you going to have any chance of that? So I worked with
Right.
this woman that was a prick, basically. If he was a man, they call him a prick. I'm just being honest, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What did I find interest in her? I was in the race cars, and I was talking to her. She wanted to go-kart racing. I mean, immaturity shit. I mean, it's fun, but, you know. So I went out with her because she wanted to go-kart racing. We slammed into each other. That was fun. We got kicked out of the racetrack because we T-boned each other, destroyed each other. It was very, very, very bad right off the get-go. So, but
Wow.
yeah, said before you know it, then I started wising up. And one of the things in my life was I'll never be like my real father. My real father abandoned me as a child. And if you see this, Dad, hi. But yeah, abandoned me as a child pretty much and was never there. So I'm with this girl and it gets serious, but I don't even know it's getting serious. She just don't go away. And one thing led to another, and all of a sudden I'm a dad. The day that I came home, when I really just, okay, I'm finding my worth. I'm realizing my mistakes, and this is what happened. This is real. I'm being vulnerable, guys. Whatever. Take it for what it is. I came home from work. She was always at my house, uninvited. My roommate let her in, and she'd be sitting in my bedroom like, hi. It's like, let me take a shower. I want to go work on my race car. I don't want to talk to you today. I'm around the clock. And it's, you know, I lost me. So I come home, and I decided if she's there today, and she didn't drive a car, and she drove like 15 miles on a bicycle. I had a truck. Hey, Todd, want to pick me up today? Throw your bike in the back. I mean, why would you? I mean, we were young, but yeah, that was just ridiculous. So I get home from work, and I made my mind up. I'm getting today. She's there. I'm just telling her to get out, get away. Can't take no more. So I get home. She's there, and I'm like, well, here goes. I go in. My roommate's name was Frank. I walked in and see Frank goes, pointing to my room, and I go, I know, I seen the bike leaning outside, and that's the porch of the house. I go and open my door. She goes, hi, I want to talk to you. And I said, yeah, okay, I want to talk to you too. She goes, you first. I said, my intuition said, no, you first. She says, I'm pregnant. Okay, my flash of my life just was ruined through my face. This went through my mind, right?
Yeah.
So there's all my plans, because I'm not going to be my father. She said, what did you have to tell me? I said, nothing, but I need a minute. And I went outside and just punched the shit out of the wall. I'm not a hot temper, but I was just like, you're kidding me. So with her never knowing that I came home to break up with her or dump her, we never even discussed being in a relationship, but it was there. So it never happened. And yeah, one thing after another, I got 2 kids with her, and she starts abusing me, throwing chairs at me, hit me in the back with ashtrays, the big heavy ones from the 70s. And I know I'm going on and on, guys, but I do know I'm talking about with narcissism. And so I was affected from a narcissist, attracted to a narcissist. She entrapped me. There's no doubt about it. She did. And there's more to that story, but I'm going to stop it right there. So, yeah, I shared a lot today.
You so have, Todd. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for being real, for being raw, and being just yourself, and just like, and being unfiltered about it. I really appreciate that. And I know the audience does as well. And I'm so sorry that you even went through that, because it's so unfortunate, especially the abilities and the gifts that you have, right? And knowing that you did as a child too. And just those type of things of knowing even that and having that inside of you too, and just wanting to shut those down. Like, I'm sure that made you just like shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. I'm not even going to express that, because if I do, I'm already getting ridiculed and bullied as it is right now. So I'm just going to shut that down. Same. I went through that too.
Right.
Yes.
And remind me another time, I'll tell you the outcome of that. It gets better. It gets better, trust me. But what happens to people like me and like, Raven, okay? What happens when you have all that negativity and you're an empath? I'm a really strong empath, but guess what I am now? Because of that, now I'm a dark empath. I have both sides. I can be a narcissist very easy if I let myself be, because I can mirror it. So what happens, Raven? And Raven, I know this is you too. I feel it in my heart, okay? What happens to us, Raven, And you taught me the saying, mirror, mirror, MFer. Because when a narcissist comes at me now, I just blow the mirror up and they get the exact treatment back and they don't know how to deal with that shit because I'm an a-hole. I turn that energy around. That's what happens to people like us and Raven. I know you can very well do it. I know you're strong.
Mm-hmm.
People, that's what happens when you think if you're living that and you realize when narcissists in your life now and you just like you're a dark empath. You can very well walk down that path of being just as dark as them. They don't like it. They run like little kids. So, and I heard all the time, oh, you're a dark empath. Ah, that's bad. No, actually, I embrace that. I embrace the power for when needed. Yeah, I'm really rattling tonight.
Right. Well, as a dark empath, right? That's our light, and that's because we worked literally on so many dark night of the souls. Right. We'll have a podcast about the dark night of the soul. We'll wake that up too, because we've been through many of them and our journey through the dark night of the soul. Right. But also, it's like when you do mirror them, like as far as a Heyoka empath, that's what I am, very much so. So yes, if they come at me or anything like that, right, it's like go right ahead. But it's like it is mirror mother effa, because that's exactly what I literally do that, right? I literally do, because it's like, okay, well, but also too, I do listen to them, right? But I do not like stoop down to their lower vibrational or anything like that. And no, they do not know how to handle it, because now they're not succeeding about, overstepping your boundaries. They're like, whoa, man, okay, where is this coming from? Where it's like, okay, like you can literally do reverse psychology too. That's another thing. Like I use reverse psychology. It's like, okay, like where do you think that what you have got to say to me? I will more than gladly hear you out, but it doesn't mean that I agree with you or that I have to, tolerate your negativity or your harsh energy that is literally projecting out on me because you're having a bad day or you don't understand what in the world's going on with you. That is not my problem, nor do I ever have to tolerate your energy or your negativity. And you could take yourself somewhere else to go do that. Until then, we will not be discussing. We will not be talking no further. Goodbye and namaste and have a great day. Right. That's just me like that. Or it's very great not to even say anything at all sometimes. Like silence is golden. Don't you think, Todd?
Silence is deadly. No reaction is a reaction. No reaction is a reaction. And that's one of the ones they don't like the most, because their mindset is to make you react. Right. But my favorite thing I'm listening, what I just had come to me when you're talking, and I think it's hilarious. So I got to tell you. So as in Bruce Willis said one day on a movie way back when, so when you all that coming at you and you're just going to get away from it, what comes to mind is yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so bye.
Right. Adios, amigos, right? Amigos and amigas, that part, like hasta la vista, arrivederci,
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah. Or, an arrivederci, ciao, those type of things, right? I'm literally going to pull some cards out. I'm going to shuffle some cards. And we're going to do pull a telepathy oracle and just see for what the overall energy is for the collective at this time. Because, Scorpio is in Venus right now at this time too as well. So it has been really intense. And plus, we are in that Scorpio season, are we not? And we are going to be approaching Sagittarius really soon. So we're literally going from water, deep, intense water, and we're going to be moving into, fire with deep, intense Jupiter too as well, with being the Sagittarius and just a truth seeking, right? But Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So it's all about Hades and the underworld right now. It's all about your shadow work too as well. right? And it's about really diving in what your soul really does resonate with, what it doesn't. What boundaries am I going to like really stress and really stick to them? Not be that doormat and really ground yourself. Walk away. It's not worth it. It's not. So many times it's not. And you can literally diffuse a situation by literally just walking away from it. Don't you think, Todd?
As long as they don't follow you, because mine followed me.
Well, that part, Okay, my loves. Right?
This is
okay,
fun. You
my
guys got to
loves.
come here more often.
That
Just
part,
saying.
right, Todd? It is so much fun. I have so much fun. And I really, if you feel the vibe, please subscribe, right?
Yeah.
Hit the like and share. And whoever is watching this restream and everything else, just welcome everybody. Just please welcome and just hit the like button and please subscribe. So we literally have happy, embrace your loving connection and be happy, right, my loves? I love this for us. It's literally like embrace yourself, embrace your happiness, right? Happiness is a state of mind. And, also too, when you are around a narcissistic, what is really what's going on with them is because they're very, very unhappy. Mm-hmm. And energy does ripple out it's an energy. It ripples out. And if you're around narcissistics, we all have narcissistic traits too, as well. We all do. It's part of being human, right? But happy is a state of mind. It's a state of happiness is your state of mind. What makes you happy? What lights you up? What lights that inner child up? Mm-hmm. Those type of things, that creative play, also too, it's also about grounding yourself, right? Shielding yourself. We got the tree. You can't make this stuff up. Tell the tree what you think, right? If you are a tree hugger, which Raven is, I love to go. If I am not balanced and things like that, I always am outside, bare ground feet all year round. Okay. But I will go to my favorite oak tree. Absolutely. Her name's Grace, in my front yard. And I will sit my backbone next to her straight up and I'll just merge with her and ground down and ask her, give me the grace. Help me walk in my sovereignty, right? My strength. It's so sacred because they are our ancestors, right? And they just speak so much. They have that sacred wisdom and they hold the sacred keys just as much as we do. So we literally have the marriage card here. The marriage of souls is a unit of two divine counterparts, right? And that is so true because, we have a divine counterpart out there. It doesn't have to be this, it's your soulmate. You are your own soulmate too as well, but also too having the marriage within your own self. We also have let go, right? We let go, let God, let go, let God, let God, let go. Right? So it's let go. Some things are best to let go at this time and let the universe work itself out in its own divine time. And you can't make this up at all because I'm going to end this reading with this. Love. Love can conquer everything, my loves, and it literally can. Unconditional love is God's grace. And love literally backwards means what? Evolve. Right? So when we love each other, love yourself, honor yourself, hold those, we have those sacred keys, we tap into it. Whatever you are searching for, I promise it's all within. Well, and what do you got to say, Todd? Please go.
That resonated with me so big time. That one card matched my oak tree in my dreams I told you I had.
Right? And it is. Look at that oak tree, right? See the doorway? It's like the doorway to your soul. See your journey, your path that you're literally taking and you're walking. It's like the journey into your soul, your sacredness.
Right.
We are the tree of life too, my loves. Remember that. We are the sacred tree. We are the tree of life. And as above and so below, right? I just love that. I love that it resonated for you because it also resonated for me too, big time, Todd. So literally the key takeaways for this podcast literally is like grounding ourselves, shielding our energy, and transmuting it, right, Todd?
That's right. Both feet on the ground. I go outside, put my bare feet on the ground in the morning, and when the birds are singing, or it's probably cold where you're at now. I don't know. I'm in Arizona, so don't shoot the messenger. But I sit outside and just take it in and just let it all go, and it works. It really does.
Same. Like it's 80-something degrees here. It's almost 90 degrees here today. So it's kind of crazy. But also too, I sun gaze a lot. Like every single day when the sun's out. I literally do. When I need that pause and break in between clients and in between sessions and just creating and podcasts and things and lives on TikTok as well, right? I have to ground out. I have to literally take that breather, sound healing, sound bathing, meditation, whatever form of meditation that works for you. Because everybody, is different in meditation. Taking that walk, taking a drive, walking your dog, reading a book, taking that bath too. Also too, I want to wake that up about your spiritual cleansing, your spiritual hygiene, right? When you go through these things, it's about taking that spiritual bath, honoring your field and your space too, and cleansing it out and coming back to your center as much as possible. Just call back your energy back to you. Come back to your center when you feel so off balance and know, hey, I got to ground out. Like I'm being so spastic right now. I need to ground out. It's really those simple tools. You do have them within. It's just always remembering to know how to use them and say, oh, yeah, I need to check in with myself. What is going on here? Ask yourself, am I safe in this situation? If you're not, what can I do about it? How can I exit out of here? Where can I call for help? How can I reach out? I need somebody. I need some support to help me, get through this situation, whatever possibly it may be. So also too, it's about, encouraging self-compassion and being consistent and, maintaining our energetic boundaries. It's just so, so vital. Like I always do say, don't you think, Todd?
Yes, I do think. And I think this has been like a fantastic podcast.
Same, Todd. I absolutely think the same. And I want to thank my listeners so, so much. And also, too, please plug into our social media platforms. All of our information is going to be linked down in this description, too, as well. And please give us a follow on TikTok, too, because me and Todd do lives over there numerous times during the week. Give him a follow, give me a follow, because we have so many projects that we're really going to be rolling out.
Right.
You and Todd, would you please do the honor about, shouting out about our new project?
Okay. Well, while it's on my mind, I want to say, hey, to those who don't know, I'm a musician, songwriter, artist. I'm working on a bunch of songs I'm planning on. Please God, I want to go on tour before I. But anyway, so go and check. This is my webpage, my personal page, and Raven's on it with me. Go check it out. Curbsidetramp.rocks, not com. .rocks. Curbsidetramp.rocks. Please check it out. You'll find Raven's links. You'll find my links. You'll see my projects. Okay. So in 21-22, I had a podcast on Spotify called Love on Radio. It was to benefit battered women and children. Okay. There's other things. It wasn't always about domestic violence. Put music on there. It was kind of fun during COVID when I was on lockdown, and it got pretty big actually. It was when I streamed the last couple of times. I checked the analytics, and for me, it was huge. 14,000 people one day listened. I mean, really? Wow, right? So it died off. I had to go back to the normal world and non-COVID, and then at COVID, and I had nobody to work with, so it just got too difficult. I did editing and all that. So here we're going to fast forward. I've always wanted to bring it back. I spoke with Raven. Me and Raven are now a team. We help. She helps me. I help her, and it's going to work. So we've already started working it out on YouTube. It's going to be Love on Radio podcast page. Okay, we're going to start being on there. We're going to get that going again. So please find that Love on Radio podcast on YouTube. We can put some links in the bottom later because it's not really up yet, but it's going to be fantastic. I'm really excited.
Part, right? Exactly, Todd. And I can't wait because there's going to be so many different topics. Like Todd said, We're going to wake up about domestic violence, mental health, and also to homelessness and drug addictions and things like that. Very heavy topics that need to be discussed, and also have, special guests too as well. So
Right.
also that link will be listed in the description box below as soon as we get that platform up. We're working that in progress as soon as we're speaking at that at this time. Hello there, Grandma. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a
Hi,
great
Grandma.
Saturday night. And we love you so, so much, Grandma. And we're so glad you're here. I would love to say this to my loves as before we close this lovely podcast out too as well. I would love to have, like, I always love to have positive affirmations too. So I would love to say this, right? Remember this, my loves, as I reclaim my power with grace and clarity, right? And this is another powerful affirmation too. I release all that drains me and welcome all that aligns with my highest good. And so it is. My boundaries are magnetic, my heart is strong, and my spirit is unshakable. I honor my path. I trust my inner compass, and I rise grounded, whole, and empowered. I just think those are so, so, so powerful. And when you stand in that, right? When you stand in that and you honor yourself, it's just so rewarding and it's so refreshing because literally you'll feel light as a feather and you literally are freeing yourself. You're freeing yourself and you're literally freeing them as well. So, oh, Grandma, that is so awesome. Oh, wow, Grandma, you finished chapter 5. I am so glad. That is so awesome, Grandma. I'm so happy for you.
Beautiful.
Grandma, that is just so beautiful. I love that, Grandma. I love that. Todd, is there anything else that you would
Yes.
like to share?
And also, if you would like to share your story with any kind of narcissism, mental abuse, anything like that, leave your information in the comments. We can email back and forth, or you can just put in the comments a short, brief description of what you want to say and get it out there. If you have something you think can help someone else, let us know. We'll touch base on it. I promise you that. Yeah. So I'm just being led by in so many directions. I'm just excited right now. I'm full of energy, and I need to tell you guys, and I'm not tell you, but ask you guys, please follow Curbside Tramp .rocks because I want this music to come out. I want it to make a difference. And one of my songs is going to be called Coming Home. And I think it's going to touch base with a lot of you guys and hit the soul. So anyway, I'm just excited. I don't even want to go off. Can we go off another hour and a half? Yeah, you probably get bored.
Right? Maybe we can hop on TikTok.
And I'm Curbside Tramp on TikTok.
Exactly. And I'm Raven Mystic on TikTok too as well.
Right.
So, my loves, with that, we're going to close for tonight, right? And thank you, everyone, each and every one of you. Hit like, subscribe, and share as well. And also practice these tools daily, right? And watch how your energy literally strengthens you. So next time we'll explore spotting manipulation before it starts, right? And keep your boundaries strong and always keep your heart open.
Right.
Until next time, everybody. Namaste.
Till next time.
That's right. Till next time, everybody. Namaste. And bye-bye for now, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Good night,
everybody.
good day, good morning.